reigning featherweight champion of the world, the Notorious Conor McGregor!
From Dublin streets to global stage, the making of a fighter, Conor McGregor. The name echoes through the world of combat sports. He is a global icon, but his journey began far from the bright lights and roaring crowds. He was born in Crumlin, a working-class suburb of Dublin, Ireland. Life wasn't easy. Times were tough. Young Conor had to fight for everything. Even as a boy, Conor was drawn to competition. He loved sports. He played football, he boxed, he was fearless. He had a burning desire to prove himself. This drive led him to the doors of a local MMA gym. He was just a teenager, but he had found his calling. The gym became his sanctuary. It was a place to escape the harsh realities of life. It was a place to push himself, to test his limits. He trained with a ferocity that impressed everyone. He was determined to succeed. He knew he was destined for greatness. The path ahead was not paved with gold. It was a long and arduous road. But Conor McGregor was not afraid of hard work. He embraced the grind. He knew that one day the world would know his name. Grinding towards greatness, work ethic, and early sacrifices. Conor McGregor lived by a simple creed: work harder than anyone else. He was the first one in the gym. He was the last one out. He trained with a relentless intensity. He was obsessed with perfecting his craft. He studied his opponents. He analyzed their weaknesses. To chase his dream, Conor made immense sacrifices. He worked as a plumber's apprentice. He needed to support himself. He needed money to fund his training. He never complained. He saw it as another challenge to overcome. His girlfriend Dee Devlin stood by him. She believed in his potential. She supported him through thick and thin. She worked long hours. She made sure he had food on the table. They were a team. They were in it together. Conor's dedication did not go unnoticed. People in the Irish MMA scene started talking. They saw something special in him. His confidence grew with each passing day. He knew he was destined for greatness. He was going to make it to the top. Cage conqueror McGregor's ascent in the MMA world. Conor McGregor's early fights were a spectacle. He fought with an aggression. He had a unique style. He was a showman. He captivated audiences. He finished his opponents with devastating power and precision. Word of his talent spread beyond Ireland. He signed with the UFC. This was his ticket to the big leagues. He was ready to take on the world. He entered the UFC with a swagger. He predicted his victories. He backed up his words with his fists. He quickly rose through the ranks. He defeated every opponent the UFC put in front of him. He was a force of nature. He was must-see TV. Fans were drawn to his charisma. They loved his fighting style. Conor McGregor was more than just a fighter. He was a phenomenon. He transcended the sport. He was becoming a global superstar. Atop the UFC Mountain Championship reigns and defining victories, Conor McGregor's ascent culminated with a championship victory. He knocked out Jose Aldo. Aldo was the featherweight champion. He was considered unbeatable. Conor did it in 13 seconds. It was a performance for the ages. He became a global icon. He was the biggest star in MMA. He had achieved his dream. He went on to conquer the lightweight division. He made history. He became the first fighter to hold titles in 2 weight classes simultaneously. His fights became global events. Millions tuned in to watch him fight. He was a pay-per-view king. He shattered records. He earned millions of dollars. He had done it. He had risen from the streets of Dublin to the pinnacle of combat sports. The fallen champion setbacks, injuries, and the long road back. Conor McGregor's reign at the top was not without its challenges. He faced setbacks. He suffered injuries. He experienced defeats. He lost some of his aura of invincibility. He ventured outside the UFC. He fought Floyd Mayweather. Mayweather was a boxing legend. It was a high-profile loss. But Conor showed his courage. He proved he was willing to take risks. Injuries took their toll. He broke his leg in a fight against Dustin Poirier. It was a horrific injury. It required surgery and extensive rehabilitation. He faced doubts. He questioned his future. But Conor McGregor is a fighter. He is not one to give up easily. He vowed to return. He dedicated himself to his recovery. He is determined to prove his doubters wrong. The road back is long and arduous, but if anyone can overcome these challenges, it's Conor McGregor. He has the heart of a champion. He has the will to win. The world waits to see if he can reclaim his former glory. Will he rise again as fighter, or has he new ambitions? Does he want to become the next president of Ireland? The Notorious himself has been making waves, hinting at ambitions far beyond the octagon. McGregor has spoken about his love for Ireland, his desire for change, and now he's openly flirting with the idea of running for office. And just recently, he met with none other than former US President Donald Trump. Was this just a casual meet-up? Or is McGregor learning a thing or two about political strategy? Some see him as a fearless leader, others think it's just another publicity stunt. But one thing's for sure, Conor never does anything small. What do you think? Could McGregor actually become the president of Ireland? But one thing is certain, Conor McGregor's story is far from over, Archie. Stay tuned, because the best is yet to come. Witness the relentless spirit of a true warrior. The comeback is on. Please like, comment and subscribe to my YouTube channel Fightlandia.